That was the first game where I got to like get in the helicopter. That was a crazy experience.
Oh, you had a good video from that too.
Well, so I had my GoPro like aimed up a little bit more.
Way too much.
Yeah. So the GoPro was up too much. So like you couldn't actually see me using the minigun. It was just like implied. Jordan got the one split second.
I thought I was being real slick. I gave him a camera, Rich a camera, put a camera on everybody's gun, zip tied one of the minigun, was like perfect.
Wait, so who actually got
the minigun
behind the trucks?
That was me.
Okay, so who got the other one?
I was using the minigun the whole time.
Any clip with the minigun from Crossroads.
I had the minigun that. This is the same one we brought to Benghazi. This is before I put the tracer units on it. I had took a garage spring and hit it with the torque. It's like a compression spring. So like when you, or no, it's a tension, whatever it's called. But like you have to pull it and then it wants to retract. So I took one of those because it was the right diameter and I torched it and I stretched it so that it would become a compression spring. And I needed a spring strong enough to basically be able to lift up like
because you're pointing down.
Right? Yeah. Right. So I'm pointing down because the reservoir is in the middle of the 4 barrels of the minigun. So, and then the BBs feed into the body of the minigun. So I needed the spring to be strong enough to lift like 2,000.3s. Right. You know, the stock spring couldn't do that. You had to basically like hold it up to shoot it right. So now I was like minigun ready. So I was doing that. Cool. And Rich was using the featherweight saw I built him. We had these bull gear mags, and both of his mags failed due to some questionable BBs that were inside of it that maybe damaged the clutch. And I would love to talk about it, but
we can talk about it later.
Yeah. We can talk about it. Yeah. So, but anyway, as I'm having a fucking blast. Now, Rich paid for my tickets as like an appreciation for getting the minigun ready and for getting his saw ready. And I'm having a blast. And I hear him like next to me in the helicopter going like, fuck, son of a bitch, fuck. And his gun's like not feeding. And I'm like, oh no. So like as the tech that built the gun, I get really upset when you know, the product or service I'm putting out is not good.
Right, yeah.
I'm like,
unless you store it in a shed.
Rich got us like 2 helicopter runs. He bought like several other tickets for him and his other friends too. And I was like, Rich, take the minigun. He's like, no, man, like this is your first time on the minigun. Like it's the first time in the helicopter. Like have fun. And I felt so fucking bad.
He's a wholesome man.
Because if I was Rich, I would have been like, yeah, give me the fucking minigun. This gun that you built me is not working right.
Well, Rich is also old school airsoft, right? Like
yeah. Yeah.
Rich is also old school airsoft, right? So he's done it all. Rich has done it all, so he doesn't care. Like you're still a new guy. I mean, how many national events? What
2.
a stupid term.
National, like how many actual events? So I went to
Airsoft,
MSW in Balcar.
Counts.
AMS in Indiana.
Counts. I don't know why it counts, but it counts.
Benghazi.
That's 3.
Oh, Benghazi. You count Benghazi as a national event?
I traveled to a different state and played at a training site.
Yeah, I would think so.
That was a 40-hour continuous event.
Other people that went traveled to the
other
state
players
to play.
Yeah, traveled, sure.
I don't think anybody playing there lived in West Virginia.
That's because no one lives in West Virginia.
Not in that part. Nobody lives in that part.
The best
There's
was,
like 5 people in that entire state.
Yeah, like when we were driving
Love
to
West
the
Virginia.
AO, there's like this fucking hill and this huge pole with a giant Confederate flag, and I was like, "Yeah, we're in the South."
Oh, that's right.
I was like, "Yeah, you can't do that in New York." Like,
Unironic Confederate flag. Bingo.
yeah.
That was. So real quick, I got to take a pee-pee. So let's take a break.
All right.
Sorry. I'm
Airsoft. Anthony, you ready for notes?
Every
So I'm on my way over here, right? I'm driving over here. JoJo's passenger seat. Hey, listen, we're gonna be doing the podcast. I gotta meet my phone and all that stuff. So call up Liz real quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey babe,
awesome.
you need anything? Just fucking loving it.
Airsoft is for
Hey,
the
babe,
weekends.
hold on. So
Gets good.
well, yeah, babe, you need anything? What I'm gonna talk to you now. I'm not gonna talk to you for the rest of the night, basically. It's like, why? What's up? I'm like, well, we just finished dinner. We're going over to do the podcast. She goes, an Airsoft podcast.
Oh man.
Hold on. Like Airsoft podcast? Yeah, babe.
Like I knew at that moment. I knew I was like, "Fuck."
We are that lame though. You know, we deserve that criticism. But I will say this, dude. Of everything in life, there's a professional level, right?
Oh
everything. Underwater basketball.
Dave, you're making this worse for me.
I know.
Professional airsofter.
No. It's not. It's. Well,
That's not the angle he's getting at.
No,
No,
I'm just saying that there's a professional level to everything, right? Like,
Yeah.
dude, model train builders. There are some people that
I will
straight
go
up
get
make
Alex. He's downstairs.
dude, like some straight up
straight
film
up.
quality shit, right? I wouldn't say we're film quality based on my own fucking appearance, but like that's
But
know,
it's still holding it to a standard because look at how many other fields we've went and played at just from a business perspective.
no. But it's not even that. It's just like there's a professional level to everything. Everything. Think of something.
Sure.
Toothpick collector. I guarantee you there's a
100%.
toothpick
Yeah.
collector,
100%,
and then I guarantee you there's a toothpick collector that's above that guy who has specific to. Oh, this was Clint Eastwood's toothpick from fucking whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like there is because you know what. Men have been emasculated so much that like hunting and fishing and killing and all this stuff, we can't do that shit anymore. So
God
now,
forbid you do that, right?
dude.
Yeah,
So now we
yeah.
have to make $150 tables with fucking blowtorches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Be
Like
a man.
just to like feel that
Get
thing.
your
So
fix.
Yeah, when having a beer with your friends makes you an alcoholic,
Oh yeah,
You gotta have-
right.
you got to have a special interest. I think that's like where autism comes from. It's from like it's from repressed, like disenfranchised men having to have that
Well, that's
outlet.
new.
Good job, Dave.
my cup is leaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's new.
See, and I'm
leaking
sure-
from the center.
It's
That's
right there,
weird.
yeah.
I'm
Is
sure
there another
somebody
cup over there?
Yeah.
We've got a wonderful guy named Jamie that'll help us out there.
somebody has a special interest
Ouch.
probably
Oh,
in,
it's leaking a
in
bunch.
paper mugs that don't
Here,
leak.
Hold on.
Is
You
it
gotta-
bad?
you gotta
Bad?
double
Yeah, it's
cup
really
it.
bad,
You
actually.
got to double cup it. You gotta
Like
double cup
in
it.
the next 30 seconds. Never mind, Jamie. We got it.
we got it figured.
Wow, that happened fast. Wow. Oh, that's
Oh.
even faster. There we go. Look at Look at this.
What is going on?
So remember how I
chewing
said?
on it.
Can I actually just have that cup?
Remember how I said professional
Jamie.
level? The cup was not a professional
Yeah.
level. That
Clearly
seam is
wasn't.
coming apart.
Clearly
That's just a
wasn't.
piece of paper right now.
Yeah.
It's just a piece of paper
Yeah.
that somebody like rolled in right now. Like that's
So
Have
I
you ever seen the man that talks out of the paper asshole? That's what it looks like right there.
Oh,
my God.
yeah.
It's
Now
only
you're
getting
burned.
worse.
You're
It's
getting
only
it
getting
everywhere.
worse. Yeah. Oh.
What
Hope you're having.
hey, at least it's coffee this time.
yeah. There you go.
You know,
Dave, what were you doing to that cup?
Nothing. Just drinking from
Drinking.
it.
looks
But
like
out
he
of
was
it.
chewing it.
Yeah.
this was a one-time use cup for sure.
Clearly.
So like
Only
I,
for 10 minutes.
I found
Yeah.
out that like normal people have hobbies, like neurotypical people have hobbies, but like autistic people have special interests. And when I look at my history with airsoft, I would totally consider that a special interest.
Airsoft.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish you said that. into the mic.
We kind of all are. So like,
that was.
Oh, no.
that was great.
so all right.
Oh no, wait, heard that.
If you have a hobby,
I accept it.
right? If you have a hobby, you do your thing. It's your hobby. You're into it. You definitely do research.
Pour it into the other cup. This is just.
Nope.
Is just.
What's happening?
I hope we are recording. 'Cause
You're,
this
you're
is-
ruining another cup.
Pour that cup.
Dude,
into
look,
that cup.
dude, look.
Dave's not.
Are we getting this on film?
This
Yeah, we
cup,
are. Dave's not drinking
So
coffee.
look-
He's drinking acid.
It's a magic
For
trick.
real.
It's a magic trick. It's a magic trick. Boom.
Oh,
It's like
Boom.
that time you asked that waiter for a cup
Dude,
to show her a magic
Look at
trick.
that cup. That cup just gave up. This is
quit.
what the Army looks like compared to the Marine
Yeah.
Corps. It fucking just gave up. It just gave up.
Oof.
Yeah, fight me in the comments. Come
look how much more money was spent on
Whoa,
the print.
hold on. That
on. Hold
can-
on. When's the Army ball?
Oh,
Exactly.
I was
When's the
gonna
Marine
say
Corps
that.
ball? Everybody knows when that is.
Yeah.
Suck to be beloved.
That dude with the
So,
Marine
yeah.
Corps username.
Yeah, exactly.
When you have
But I'm a reservist in fucking Army. Oh, go ahead.
when you have a special interest, it's like when we have a conversation. Like if I were to have a conversation with a stranger in public and they ask me what I do, and I'm just like, I do like airsoft and whatever.
Do you actually say that?
When people ask what I do, I try to not.
No, you don't. You say it's like paintball, but
It is true.
They say it's like
Yeah.
paintball, but like
Yeah.
when you start talking about airsoft, the stranger that knows nothing about it, and you're like, I mean, it's really fascinating because like there's so many different ways you can build the inside of these little mechanical engines inside of it. Like, some people like to pair like 13-to-1 ratio gears with like a 22 GPA motor to get
Ooh,
a really
you
snappy
lost me.
trigger response.
Yeah,
get
you
lost in the
like-
you
sauce.
fucking lost.
Like when somebody like can't not talk about their special interests like
That's you.
all the time.
That's you.
I
That
think we
like,
call that an obsession.
that's totally me. I'm totally like that with airsoft.
Yeah.
Totally-
Specifically,
I was totally like that with music.
specifically when Garantham is like, "Hey, I want you to build me a rifle."
Well, that's not how it happened.
No, and then Anthony's like, "Oh, and then this and fucking
Yeah.
how many
So-
joules?" Like, oh my god, you
Disclaimer:
lost it.
Build it
Anthony,
and send it.
just build
Build it
it
and send it.
and send it.
You
So,
fucking lost
there-
it.
Build
I-
it and invite.
There have been several like DM
We love you, Grant.
back and forths with Garantham regarding me building him a gun, and it started with like I would share stuff from her story, and like he liked some of the shares, so I was like, oh, so that means like now there's this DM feed where he like actually noticed my account. Senpai noticed me, so I was like, I'm gonna just message him and be like, I'd be like, hey, you just let me build you a BB cat. And it was like, yeah, like, okay, boss, 1 sec, boss, like those types of responses.
Sure.
And then I was like, cool, what does he want? I was like, there's this, and that. I think I
Yeah, you just
man.
gotta
did it.
do your thing and then send it to him.
Oh, you did.
But the last time I DM'd him, which was quite recently, I was like, so we found that we got this G28.
I got this G28.
Yeah. So it was, the idea is that it would be like a gift from Zulu Outdoor and Anttech. I would build it. He'd source the gun and maybe whatever attachments we put on it. And it was a G28, like one of 500 ever made or something.